Hello, YouTube fans, friends, new recruits, and veterans to the channel, and welcome back in once again to Scourge of War Gettysburg, Remastered Edition. I am your humble and gracious player host, Bank60s. Thanks for being here. In our last episode, we took command with headquarters in the saddle and historical difficulty as General Lafayette McLaws here on the second day at Gettysburg, riding around in the saddle and doing the best we could with couriers set to full realism. It was a slow, plodding attack forward, and I'd only wish that I'd had more time. It is something I want to address in this next playthrough. We're going to call this one a second attempt, and also we're going to change some of the options in this one as well. I will say, I agree with many of those who have criticized the AI morale level setting. Putting it to a level of 3 definitely does put way more unsung heroes in the ranks of your AI units than I think there would have ever been realistically. And so I am going to go ahead and I'm going to bring this down to a 1. I don't want to discount the possibility that there are some unsung heroes helping boost the quality in the background of any enemy unit. Also, we'll move AI aggressiveness to a level 2. I still want them to come after me if they think that they should. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to go no couriers. And then the other part was to move things into God Cam from 20 down to 0. Okay, other things that I have changed are actually in the game files themselves. It will be very interesting with a little bit more time to work with. I've gone ahead and changed how the victory points, how long they stay in the locations. I've figured out how to do that, and I've extended the actual length of play from 1 hour to 2. All right, here we go. We got General McLaws ready. We'll bring him over here onto the ridge for starters. Yep. Let's grab Kershaw. Let's take command of him, and let's have him move forward 500 yards. The next thing is I want to get as many of my pieces here going with targeting. So I'm going to take command of them, and then I'm going to have them target infantry. Okay, then you push the right arrow button to go to the next gun. Target infantry, please. Yes, target infantry, please. Same as you. And all the way across, okay? Now these guys, I'm going to have them target artillery. All right, we'll have Kershaw's line stepping out, along with Sems in support. Oh, 5th Corps troops. Interesting. Okay, moving into some of the Rosewoods area there. All right, with the 15th out here, we're going to form skirmish line with them. I'm going to put them here, double time, and they'll kind of just guard the left of the brigade to a degree. Then the rest of the brigade, I'll have move here, here, here. Just take a position against the wall. All right. Hustle on up to the wall, boys. 2nd South Carolina. Cover right there. Good. And here we go. Get on the wall. I'm going to go ahead and stop the 7th, and we'll have them come up on this fence here and just help. Because we got a larger unit right here that's coming. All right, now we're going to take Kershaw. Let him run around like he wants. Put him on an attack order. These guys can go back on AI control. These guys can as well. I'll keep command of the 3rd. All right, stop. line, form it up. And we'll be out here in the open. It's a big regiment, though. We're going to try to just advance up to the fence line. Really. Now, what you had here in history was a whole lot of help from Hood's troops. Looks like they're doing pretty good over here. Oh, look at this. Okay. Yeah, we're myrtleizing these fellas. Holy moly. They're in trouble down there. 21st out here is putting in a little work. Stop. Okay, we just get him on the fence. Right here. The rest of Barksdale's brigade. Let's go ahead and move them up. See, 21st Mississippi out here struggling a little bit with these Yankee units, but their score is pretty high. So, okay, pick up the pace. This unit. Try to do Anderson's job for him. And then these guys may get freaked out seeing me moving on their flank like this. We'll see. Now we got 3rd South Carolina, the main regiment, in line, helping out Anderson's troops. Right here in the woods. This neck of the Rose Woods. Big volley from them down the hill. Nice. Okay, now with this unit, we're going to move them in closer. Got to push it, push it, push it. McCarthy's battery. Let's move him forward a bit. Just like that. Get him a little closer. Do a little sideways shovel here. The 2nd South Carolina is just going to shift down the wall. I can see us doing pretty well down the slope right here. Yeah, score looks good. All right, ran off the 7th New Jersey. And we can still see, all right, from the wall here, we can still see the 5th New Jersey to fire at them. From the wall right here, the 3rd South Carolina Battalion firing down on these guys. Looks like they're getting the better end of it. Hey, all right. Looking good. Let's get forward onto the fence. All right, a little over 1,000 points here. That's just from casualties. That's fantastic. Get right up on them. All right, halt. Yep, just kind of want to plod forward here through the Rose Farm toward the wheat field. Try to push all these 5th Corps troops out. We could probably go ahead and throw Barksdale into the action here. Moving out in splendid style, Barksdale. Mississippi's ready. We'll go ahead and start putting pressure on this side. See, they had all these troops down the hill. We've got the fence. You know, they're in. It's a little bit of a turkey shoot for our guys down in there. Okay, starting to take quite a few casualties here. we'll fall back with this unit. We'll get these guys ready to take their spot. All right, let's get them moving over here with Barksdale. Mississippi is ready. Okay, we're going to take off-take command. Same there, there, and there. We're going to get off-take command with Barksdale himself and put him on an attack. Here you got Barksdale moving ahead. Looks pretty good. And the Mississippians surge ahead. Oh man, is Barksdale going to send these guys in for a charge? No. Okay. They'll get engaged. Good. Then he'll have the 17th ready to fill this hole here. Let's go ahead and advance them to cover. Take command while they do it. Let's run them. Get them on the fence. Boop. Form line. Link in with the rest of the regiments. We'll take off. Take command. Boom! Nice volley out there. Wow. Got a lot of Yankee troops falling. Okay, we need to put pressure on these batteries. We're going to oblique move. Right here. The leftmost regiment. Going to try to move these guns off. They're going to take some canister doing it. Halt. Open up. Get these guns forced back. There you go. Let's see the general hightailing it. Okay, time for the 8th and the 2nd to push a little bit. So the 8th is going to come forward. We're going to take the 2nd and we're going to bring them down too. Just get closer. These guys can stop and take up a reserve position kind of over here. And rest up for a minute. Now, I want to take the 15th and bring them out. We'll put some more pressure on them over here. These guys need to get out. Barksdale's losing his regiment on the flank here. Gosh darn it. And everybody retreats the wrong way. They retreat way down here. I don't know why they do that. So the 15th will kind of attach itself to Barksdale here and make up for the regiment that he lost over here. See the 13th Mississippi backing up. That's fine. I'll tell you what. We'll take the 3rd. Now, I'm going to have to go forward a bit. Like that, and they'll start firing here and here. Rush forward with the 15th. Get on this fence. Stop. Commence firing. We'll flank these guys and these guys. We're going to be getting flanked, kind of. That's going to be a nasty spot. All right. Sending these guys off. Nice. Let's get these guys down here. Go. Run there. All right, back with the 7th South Carolina. Good. That's a good spot for him on the fence. I think it's time to go ahead and bring Sims down. Let's get Sims lined up. I think we'll get him lined up along this wall. Let's just move him forward 500 yards. Let's go. Oh boy. 8th South Carolina really came up against the wall here. We'll have to fall back. Third South Carolina is back in fighting shape. Let's get them set up on the fence and ready to take over the position in the line. It's kind of how you do it. You rotate troops in and out as needed. Oh my, the 8th. Did they get charged? Look at this. Wow. They managed to hold their ground anyway. Atta baby. All right, let's go ahead and lay them down. Or no, yeah, keep firing, boys. Keep firing. Now the 3rd is going to form a column. We're going to come down here. All right. We got 1,700 points without even holding any of the objectives. That's not too shabby. All right. Kind of like I did in my other playthrough, I'm going to take this battery here. I think this ground is ours. I want to put them right up in the thick of this right here. We'll take whatever roads we can. All right. These guys now. 3rd. We're going to go ahead and try to double quick it down here. The 8th. Sitting pretty. They'll go ahead and keep shooting down on these guys from up here atop this little rise. And then these guys will be close range support on the fence. Doing good over here at the objective. Let's grab Barksdale. No, let's grab me. Let's run forward with me to here. Oh, we got more new Union troops. This looks like the 2nd Corps Caldwell's troops. Ooh, that's an interesting little group. Yeah, these guys are exposed. They're too far forward. We're going to need to bring them back. Solidify our control of the objective area so that we can soak up the points. Still doing good with 15 South Carolina right here. They've lost a lot of men, though. We'll fall back with them. 3rd Battalion, they've also lost a lot of men. We'll fall back with them. All right. Artillery's up. Good timing. Got the 3rd South Carolina Battalion back in its regular formation along this little stone wall here. All right, run off some more troops. Good. Let's go ahead, lay back down. Okay, these guys, they're going to come back to their former position here. Wofford. I think I want to drive him forward in double line. Right through here. All right, Sims is going to go ahead and take up a spot here on the actual Rose farm. These guys with the 8th are going to lay down. Tenth Georgia troops. Sims, we're going to go ahead and come on down here. Okay, these fellas, we're going to go ahead and jump into the firing line here. These fellas, they're going to jump in behind right here. See Barksdale's firing line just continuing to kind of plod forward. And we're near 3,000 victory points now so far. Very good. Okay, the 10th Georgia right here. I'm going to try and get them into a skirmish line. The Trobriand, that's more 3rd Corps troops. Okay. Brook. Okay, now this is Caldwell back here, I think. Here. Zook, yep, there. They're in good position, that's for sure. We're going to need Wofford to push hard. 21st Mississippi is down by over half its men. Let's fall back with them. I'm going to take command of the old Phillips Georgia Legion here on the left of the line. Let's plug them in here in Barksdale's line just to help out. And we'll double time it. These guys, let's take command of them. Let's get them on some cover. Forward, 13th Mississippi. They have taken a number of casualties, but they're still doing all right on this end here. They're going to see a little 2-on-1. And this is a bit of a commentary moment. So I didn't jigger the scenario so that we could take command of Anderson's troops. But it looks like some of them are getting involved on their own. Oh my, okay, okay. Okay. 21st Mississippi now on the fence again, which is good. These guys, stop, form line. All right. And we'll just keep pushing this way, I think. Through the field here into this group of Yankees. All right, 51st Georgia from Semmes Brigade. Let's move them up. All right, we'll form line behind them with this other part of Kershaw's brigade. More South Carolinians with a 15th. Kind of be a little brigade reserve on the fence. For the time being, we're going to need to push, push, push. Boom. At some point soon, we're going to need to try to get at least 1 or 2 regiments on top of this battery here. Let's stop these guys and form them in line. That'll be fine. We'll have a crowded firing line. So I think it's worth mentioning that it's a little ugly looking in game, but it did happen. Something like this. A couple of regiments. Uh-oh. We're losing the 13th Mississippi. With these two regiments that kind of got smushed together, I'll advance. And the idea will be to advance to this fence line here. And we'll advance with these guys. We got to re-engage with the Trobriand down here. So let's push the line back to here. Let's get these skirmishers up to here. We'll double time them. Here we go. Boom, boom. So we got canister here. That's not going to last long. We need to clear this regiment out quick. Oof. Oof. We got to clear this regiment out. Very good. We're on the fence. Okay. Now we're going to slip this part, 16th Georgia in Wolford's brigade. We're going to slip in road column to here. Third Georgia from Semmes Brigade. Form up. Head on down the slope. Alright, excellent. So we're able to fire at the Parrot. I'd say we go ahead with this unit, get up on this fence. This unit stay laying down behind. These guys kind of here, same sort of thing. And then let's go ahead and bring the pressure with Barksdale and the mix of troops that's left with him. Uh-oh, 2nd South Carolina is pulling off the line. They were up here. All right, Semmes Brigade, 53rd Georgia now. Let's go ahead and bring them here. It's obvious that this is a spot that we just have a hard time keeping a handle on. Let's go ahead and form these guys back into line. We'll fall back with them. These guys are having a bit of a tough time. We got support from 53rd coming up though. Fresh regiment of troops. Alright, now we need to advance on these. Let's go oblique. Double time. See, we targeted a couple of these artillerymen. Good. That's what we want. We'll take it off. Falling back here. Ooh. It's a nasty job doing an infantryman's job. Come on now, boys. Pushing guns off to the rear. We've got a lot of fire. Oof. Heading out toward the 11th Massachusetts here, or no? Yeah, quite a bit, probably. Wofford. Ah! Come on, man. Let's go stop, get on the fence line, and see if another regiment added their fire in here could get those guns to move off from the fence there. And divert some of their canister fire. And then let's take this regiment up on the fence and see if we can't start shooting out this way. Or I'll tell you what, I think we're going to have to go mano-a-mano in the open. It's nice to have them all stacked up in the field there, I guess. As the 3rd Georgia Sharpshooter Battalion. What do they have for weapons? Mixed rifle must. Interesting, okay. Okay. Let's bring these guys here. Kershaw's brigade. Back at it with Sems. Let's oblique these guys and get them in the fight. Double time it, boys. Okay, looks like we're moving off some of these guns over here now. Good. Alright, now we got a nice firing line here. It's all mixed together with Kershaw and Sems troops. But here we go. Let's halt. Alright, you can see the battle line. Plodding forward ever so slowly here. Still haven't taken a little round top with Hood's troops. Seems like they're still fighting up there. So right here, we're going to do something a little gimmicky. We're going to get them on the wall officially. Okay? And we'll pretend that they're kind of gathered all in here and, you know, using the rocks. Let's bring the 50... What is that? 50th Georgia up in support. Damn it. Lost. Third Georgia Sharpshooter Battalion routed. Damn it. We'll bring Cobb's Georgia Legion up to fill the gap. Ow! These guys. We got some federal guns that still are being pesky. 7th South Carolina, Kershaw's brigade. Been here almost the whole time, doing very well. On the whole, we're going to see if we can lead a breakthrough here. A bit of a breakthrough. Oh, snap! Oh, my goodness, there was a Union unit that was lying down in the wheat right here and caught us. We've got a charge. A massive melee in the field. Uh-oh. Against the 140th Pennsylvania. Losing too many troops. Damn it. Damn it. Get out of there. Routed and surrendered. That's That's a problem. So we've got over 5,300 points. Okay, we're going to have... We're going to have the 15th South Carolina to save our butts. Oh, nice. Looky here. Okay, that huge Yankee regiment, the 140th Pennsylvania, is going to run off. That works for me. All right, 24th Georgia is going to have to fall back. Wolford's advance over here stymied. Yeah, I think about this time it'd be agreed that we're not going to be breaking through to the wheat field today. With Anderson's help, would probably be able to get this cleared out. Again, doing like kind of what I would do if I had a full army scenario that I was doing here. I'd keep the fight up down here for the time being. Why not? Around the wheat field, you know, just to check them. But we just don't have the strength to push this thing home further than this. So, we'll end it here with what the game would call a victory. Not a major victory, but the Confederate forces, I think, bloodied the Union well enough in this little slight modification of the base game scenario. Definitely enjoyed the flow of the gameplay and kind of the realism that we were able to recreate much more kind of playing in this longer format. Okay, so I like this too. A little more reminiscent of the quality of the troops in real life. We inflicted more than 1,000 casualties, well, a little less than 1,000 casualties more than we took. I think the thing I would leave up for discussion on the comments, and I'd certainly encourage you to do it, you know, what might happen from here? We've got another hour maybe of daylight. Historically, there was a lot of pressure being placed on the other flank with Colts Hill under attack right about now or so, a little after this. You know, you're the Union in this instance. Maybe you don't quite know everything I've got and where I've got it. But would the counterattack occur? You tell me. You see all of Hood's troops. You got Benning's whole brigade here that's intact. He's still got plenty with Robertson, Law, and in the Rose Woods at the Devil's Den there. I've got the Rose Farm pretty well locked up. I don't know. I think it's an interesting thing to explore. I certainly hope that you had fun watching this. I enjoyed playing and putting it together for you. This game is just the best. Scourge of War Gettysburg Remastered. If you did enjoy this content, click that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell notification to find out the next time I drop a big video for you. Also, memberships are now unlocked for as little as $2 a month. You can help me fund a more sophisticated content creation channel here. Again, thank you so much for the time. And until the next big Civil War video, all fans of Scourge of War and all grognards watching now, I'm Bank 60s. Later.